Morning. I hope we're all well. I see some people coming in. Hi, we're back for our monthly meditation class on a Monday, first Monday of every month. If you're here, maybe pop in the chat. Morning. Oh, just as I was saying it, you already did it. Morning, Shona. And yeah, it's just really nice to see who's here and to know kind of who I'm talking to as well. But yeah, we'll get started in just a minute. But I can tell you what we're going to focus on. So for the class today, and kind of looking ahead to this month, we've just recently had the summer solstice, so the longest day of the year, and moving from spring into summer. And yeah, it was very, very not too long ago. And I think it's a beautiful day. I just love it. So I thought we could look at summer now, we're moving into it, and kind of the solstice and what that means and how it makes us feel, maybe what we can implement into our Julys, as if it's July. Great. So we'll do, as always, a bit of breath work, some written tasks, we'll meditate, and we'll reflect at the end. Great. We might just start. I'll wait maybe like 10 more seconds. Great. So with our breath work to start, we're just going to do a bit of body mobility just to kind of settle in our bodies before we close our eyes and sit. So we're just going to drop our chins and just do some semicircles from shoulder to shoulder. So dropping the chin, in fact, we'll roll the shoulders back first and down the back, dropping the chin and looking from side to side. One more time each side. Lovely. And back down the middle. You're going to keep it down, interlace the fingers behind the head and let the elbows be heavy. And releasing the hands rolling up. We're going to place one hand on the chest, the other hand on the chest, and we're going to look up to the ceiling. And going back to the middle. We're going to drop one ear to one shoulder, hand over the head, and pull the other arm away. I'm trying to create some space between the shoulder and the ear. I'm saying that as much to remind myself as you. And we're going to tuck the chin, hand behind the head. And coming up, other side, switching, so hand over head, pulling the arm away. And chin in, hand behind the head. And coming up, we're just going to roll the shoulders back one at a time. I'm swiveling in my chair as I do this by accident. And we'll come forwards. Bit of a dog dance to start. We're going to inhale and stretch over to one side and up. And the other side. And up. We're just going to flow between these. Lovely. As fast or as slow as you like. One more time each side. Lovely. And we're just going to reach up 3 times. So inhaling, reaching up, hands down the middle. 2 more times. 1 more time. Lovely. We're going to close our eyes now, settling down. And maybe just noticing how your body feels. Does it feel a bit more lengthened than maybe it did before we started? Or can you feel your aches and pains a little bit more? Did you hear any crunching or cracking? Lovely. And just noticing how you're feeling emotionally before we begin, where you're at this morning, the start of this week, the 4th of July. How are you feeling? And let's move more internally and notice how we're feeling inside. So noticing your breath at first without trying to change too much, just noticing where it's at. And you might not have noticed it before, and that's okay. Just taking the time to do so now. Great. And then just on each inhale and exhale, we're going to gradually make that deeper and deeper, filling more and more of the torso. Lovely. On your next inhale, we're going to breathe in nice and deeply in through the nose. And forcefully exhale through the mouth. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. One more time, breathing in and out. Blinking your eyes open. Come back to your space. Maybe if you want to move your body anymore, give it a little rub or a little pat, waking up the face. Whatever you want to do, we're going to come and grab our notebooks and move on to some writing tasks. Perfect. So like I said, we're going to focus on the summer solstice today in our writing. So the first written task I'd like you to respond to is, what does this time of year represent to you? So I've kind of said a few things of just what we're writing about, and yeah, just that it was the longest day of the year. Now the days are getting shorter. But yeah, what does this time of year represent to you? So we've got quite a few written tasks today, so we're going to be a little bit speedier with them. So just take another 10 seconds to finish that off. Perfect. And we're going to move on to the next one. You can always come back to these in your own time as well. So I want you in a couple of minutes to describe your perfect summer day. And it doesn't have to be your perfect summer day if you were to answer this tomorrow or the next day or even yesterday. If you were to describe today, what is your perfect summer day? Ideally for you, what is your perfect summer day? Great, so finishing that one off when you're ready. And we'll move on to the next one. So for the next written task, could you write the numbers 1 to 3, please? And beside those numbers, could you write 3 beautiful things you saw in the last week? So in the last week, what were 3 beautiful things that you saw or you can remember? Lovely, so finishing that off, we'll move on to the final 2. So So, question number 4. What are you looking forward to this summer? Have you got any plans? Maybe you have no plans, and that's also kind of what you're looking forward to. What you're looking forward to in the summer. Lovely. So finishing that one off, and we'll go on to the final written task of our July meditation. Great. So, number 5. With kind of thinking of summer and thinking of the solstice and thinking of the time, a lot of it is about slowing down and stopping and reflecting. So, for this final question, I want you to respond to, what can I stop to slow down and appreciate? What can I stop to slow down and appreciate? Lovely. So just finishing that one off. Put your pen and paper to the side. And I'm going to do a bit of breathing and then meditate for a bit. So a kind of favorite pranayama of mine, which you might probably know, definitely have done a million times, but I just love it. I think I did it last week for Stretch and Relax, but just the tongue breathing, or if you can't roll your tongue, mouth breathing, which is just with your tongue or with your mouth. I don't know why, I find it really refreshing, and I feel like I can breathe for a lot longer doing that. When sometimes in some pranayamas, I find the length of my inhale and exhale, I just struggle to extend it, just because I have quite a small lung capacity. But I quite enjoy pushing it with that one because it doesn't feel too strenuous or that difficult as compared to some of the others for me. So I enjoy it. So we're going to do a bit of tongue breathing. So either choose the tongue or the mouth, and we'll inhale that way and exhale through the nose, just like the opposite of what we did at the beginning. So you can either close your eyes or keep them open. I might close them, but breathing in from the mouth or the tongue, breathing in. And exhale. 2 more times in your own time. Lovely. When you're finished that, closing your eyes if they're not already closed, finding your comfy place to be, maybe rolling the shoulders back and noticing how that pranayama made you feel, how the breathing felt in the body or the mouth or to your mind. How did it make you feel? And while we're here with our eyes shut, I'm just going to talk you through a few things. Solstice comes from the Latin word solstium, meaning sun standing still. I probably pronounced that very incorrectly, but we'll go with that. This stillness makes it an excellent time to pause for self-reflection and to embrace pausing and rest and recovery. Earlier, I asked you to write about your perfect summer day. In this moment of pause, in this moment of stillness, can you think about that perfect summer day that you wrote about? What does that day look like? Who is with you? And are there any particular activities that you're enjoying on this day? And while you're thinking about that, I just want to read you a little poem about summer solstice. Halfway between the year's bookends of cold life flowing through the trees and grass and flowers, the breeze alive with insect air traffic, days stretching out into what will be night. By the time the year ends, if only I could hit pause and make the summer last forever. I'll read that again. Halfway between the year's bookends of cold, life flowing through the trees and grass and flowers, the breeze alive with insect air traffic, days stretching out into what will be night. By the time the year ends, if only I could hit pause and make the summer last forever. With our eyes shut, let's take 3 deep breaths again, in through the nose and out through the mouth to round off this meditation. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. And let's do it rolling our shoulders. Breathing in, roll the shoulders up. And really sigh it out, rolling the shoulders back. And slowly blinking the eyes open. Coming back to your space. We're going to grab our notebooks and just write down any reflection, any words, any thoughts, any feeling, anything that came up. Lovely. And just to round it off, popping your pen and paper again to the side. We're just going to breathe in and stretch up and bring the hands down the middle 3 times in your own time. One more. Great, and I want to just say thank you so much for joining me this morning. Thank you if you're doing it in your own time later on. I hope it wasn't too dark. I do have lights on, but I think because the sun's on the other side of the flat, it just gets a bit dark here at this time in the morning. But yeah, hope you all have a great day. I'll see some of you in Stretch and Relax a bit later on. And the wonderful Yaz is covering next week because I will be in Italy, hopefully, if everything goes to plan. And yeah, please like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already subscribed, drop us a comment if you've got any comments, and yeah, thanks so much. I'll stick around for like a minute or 2. Oh, thanks, Shona. I know it's sunny. You wouldn't know in this room, but it is right out there. I'm going to go out soon, I think. Great. Well, have a great day. Have a great Monday. See you all soon. Bye.